Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about how to leverage data and analytics when selling to retail chains. So if you have a great product and you're trying to leverage data and analytics to develop that relationship, this training will give you some things to think about and how to do that. With that said, let's get started on today's training. A very common question that comes up all the time in our workshops and classes is, how can I leverage data and analytics in selling to retail chains? So basically, you want to know how to be more mathematical with selling to retail chains. Some of you are that way. And or maybe a buyer asked you about data and analytics, and or maybe you just want to know what's going to happen when you get an order from a chain store. So I just want to walk through data and analytics when it comes to retail chains. The simplest example is Walmart. So when you are working with a retail chain, they actually have you set up certain software systems in order to work with them. One of them is called EDI. EDI is a solution whereby you have to set it up, and what it does is it communicates with the retail chain software system. It tracks you as a vendor when you deliver stuff, when you ship stuff, all that stuff. So Walmart is a perfect example of that. It's called Walmart EDI. They have other names for it. The essence is that Walmart, when they work with you, they give you access to this website, the system, which is incredibly complex, but it brings you a lot of data about selling with them. And so once you become a vendor, you basically are tracked in their system, and they'll give you real-time information about your relationship with them, meaning how many units sold and so forth. So one way you can leverage data and analytics with retail chains is, say you're working with a Walmart and you have EDI set up and so forth, is you can look at that information and see which parts of the country are working better than others, and or why is this store not selling any and this store is selling, so that you can see maybe it's because they're messing up, right? Sometimes they put your product in the wrong section of the store. What we found is that if you're not looking at the data analytics while you're working with a retail chain, it could really hurt your business, because if the product doesn't sell, they walk away. So when you're looking at this data, you can actually in real time be on top of it to make sure that there's no mix up and messes up. One thing to say is, say you're doing a deal with them and they put your product on a clip strip. A clip strip is where the product, have you ever gone to stores where in between shelves they have these little plastic things where they have products hanging down in between a store shelf? That's called a clip strip. Those are really cool. Say in the beverage aisle, you'll see straws hanging down. Different parts of the store, they sometimes have clip strips. The problem with clip strip are that when they ship it, sometimes they put it in the wrong section of the store. Sometimes they mix it up and then you don't sell anything and then you lose the deal. You have no control over that, right? Because they are actually the ones putting the product on store shelves. A lot of times they're very careful, but sometimes they mix up. When you can see the data analytics in certain parts of the store or certain parts of the country or whatever, something's not selling, it might be because of the retailer, and you need to be on it so that you can help the retailer sell stuff. That's when I think about data analytics, it's really understanding the analytics when you actually work at the retail chain and they give you access to EDI information and you're watching it and you're looking at it and you're caring enough to let the buyer know if there's a problem and or deal with the problem as it stands. Most retail chains have this set up now, which is very exciting for you. And when you leverage that, you can help the buyer understand and or help move those products faster and or fix a problem if there is a problem and so forth. The only other way I'm going to explain in this particular training about leveraging data and analytics is when you're trying to figure out how many units you're selling and so forth online, and you want to give them certain information about your product and how it would convert in stores. They like numbers. And so the other way to use analytics and data is if you have any proof of sales or what's converting or what's already working through Amazon or other your websites, showing them data and analytics
to get them to believe your product will convert, to get them to buy more units does help as well. It's a contrast from the original discussion, but the essence is any sort of data and analytics in what you're doing will also help you leverage your relationship with retail chains and also might help you get a purchase order. This is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. I hope this kind of made sense, just trying to give you ideas of how data analytics can work with retailers. There's so much more to say. If you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell to retail chain stores, and you also want to learn the specifics of what happens to you once you get a change to order and all the things in regards to reaching out to a buyer, what stuff you can add in terms of your data, please explore our coaching and training systems, our live events, and so forth. We would love to help you with retail. Thank you so much.